This all started when a group of about 100 marchers broke away from the demonstration that was taking place down at the Fruitvale BART station. They marched down International Boulevard and set a dumpster on fire at 8th and Madison near Chinatown.
Because of the controversial nature of the shooting and the questions surrounding it, KTVU decided to air the video. The video may be key in the case to help shed some light into what happened immediately before the officer fired his gun. But we also want to warn viewers you may find the video disturbing to watch and may want to turn it off.
A 2-year veteran BART officer stands, draws his weapon, and fires.
When there's no answers, the demonstration turns into a riot. Everyone need to cross the street. No justice, motherfucker! I thought it was going to be peaceful. What happened, Greg?
Oh, man.
Hey, Greg, what's happening here?
Well, everything's gotten out of control. The mayor tried to address this crowd. Now something apparently has happened.
Down over here. Yeah.
Probably a police officer or somebody got into it.
Oh, boy.
So let's walk down.
Yeah. You know, I said yesterday I thought as society advanced where we were going to have this problem. I feel like I'm wrong.
we sort of dodged the bullet during Rodney King era.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of did a thing. But, you know, this is like an indication of like the fact that we haven't had services. People are upset.
Yeah.
Public officials in the city don't get out and talk to people on a regular basis. I mean, we all know that that's been happening, and that's at every level.
That's right.
That's been with the mayor, that's with city council, that's been with Orloff, that's been basically everybody. And this is what you get, because then you come out and talk to people, and people don't know you. There's no credibility. There's no credibility at all.
A once peaceful march turned violent at 8th and Jackson as protesters smashed a police car in the intersection and tried to turn it over. People's cars at the stoplight just inches away from the chaos. Oakland police fired tear gas, trying to restore order. The crowd scattered, running in different directions. A dumpster was set on fire. Cars had to back up.
Then you need to call people out right now.
Minutes later, protesters then took over the intersection at 14th and Broadway in a standoff with police. The crowd continued to express their outrage over the shooting death of Oscar Grant.
We want justice for that. The police is getting away with murder. And out in the streets, they talk about they serve and protect us. They don't serve and protect us.
Mandela walked the streets of a city, lost in anger and raw emotion. He appealed for calm.
I don't want anyone hurt here. I don't want anyone jailed here. What we need to do is to communicate to our children that even in the moment of our greatest pain, that we can deal with each other in a civil fashion.
As KSLA News 12 Jeff Farrell discovered, the clergy would help the government with potentially their biggest problem, us.
But gun confiscation is exactly what happened during the state of emergency following Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. U.S. troops also arrived, something far easier to do even now thanks to last year's elimination of the 1878 Posse Comitatus Act. That forbid U.S. troops from policing on American soil.
Jeff, the primary thing that we say to anybody is let's cooperate and get this thing over with, and then we'll settle the differences once the crisis is over.
Such clergy response teams would walk a tightrope between the needs of the government versus the wishes of the public.
In a lot of cases, these clergy would already be known in the neighborhoods in which they're helping to defuse that situation.
The whole system that we live in drills into us that we're powerless, that we're weak, that our society is evil, that it's private, etc., and so forth. It's all a big fat lie. We are powerful, beautiful, extraordinary. There is no reason why we cannot understand who we truly are, where we are going. There is no reason why the average individual cannot be fully empowered. We are incredibly powerful beings.
You know, I think I spent 30 years of my life, in the first 30, trying to become something. I wanted to become good at things. I wanted to become good at tennis. I wanted to become good at school and grades and everything I kind of viewed in that perspective. I'm not okay the way I am, but if I got good at things, you realize that I had the game wrong. The game was to find out what I already was. Find out what I already was.
Now, in our culture, we've been trained for individual differences to stand out. So you look at each person, immediately it is brighter, dumber, older, younger, richer, poorer, and we make all these dimensional distinctions, put them in categories, and treat them that way. And we get so that we only see others as separate from ourselves in the ways in which they're separate. And one of the dramatic characteristics of experience is being with another person and suddenly seeing the ways in which they are like you, not different from you, and experiencing the fact that which is essence in you and which is essence in me is indeed one. The understanding that there is no other. It is all one. I wasn't born Richard Albert. I was just born as a human being, and then I learned this whole business of who I am and whether I'm good or bad or achieving or not. All that's learned along the way.
The old appeals to racial, sexual, and religious chauvinism, to rabid nationalist fervor, are beginning not to work. A new consciousness is developing which sees the earth as a single organism and recognizes that an organism at war with itself is doomed.
Bill Hicks used to finish his shows with this. Life's like a ride in an amusement park. And when you go on it, you think it's real,
because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored.
And it's very loud, but it's fun for a while. Some have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real,
or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us and they say, hey, don't worry.
Don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. Shut him up. I've got a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up.
Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account
and my family. This has to be real. It's just a ride.
But we'll kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok?
But it doesn't matter, because it's just a ride, and we can change it anytime we want.
It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job,
no savings of money. Just a choice right now between fear and love.